Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Busisi Lesho. I'm an international accredited money coach. I'm a money consciousness teacher and an energy healer. So, welcome back. I have been not doing my videos as I would love to. I had flu for 2 weeks. Well, I had flu for a few days and my voice was ruined for 2 weeks, so I couldn't even do the full moon video because I just sounded like a bad record. A bad record from 1925. So yeah, sorry about that, but now I'm great. My voice sounding much better, and I hope you're having a lovely Easter weekend, Easter everything. I'm having a lovely one. My birthday was on the 31st. Thank you so much to everyone who sent me wishes, SMSs, gifts, money. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So today I thought let's talk about the other thing that is so important that I get asked about a lot, which is purpose. Okay, so one of the things that get to stand out, especially for me when it comes to purpose, is choosing purpose over money. I'm sure you guessed it. So why is that? And I think it's not just me who has done that. There's a lot of people who are doing it, and I think the biggest reason why everybody that is not in their purpose is not in it, it's because of money. Because, oh hell no, I can't do this because I have bills to pay. Oh hell no, I can't follow my heart because it won't pay me enough, or I don't know if it can take care of me, and all of those reasons why everybody is not happy with their lives because they're not doing what God put them here to do, and then it's a mess, a proper mess. Okay, so I want us to talk about that today. The topic of this video is this: do not gamble with your purpose. Do not gamble with your purpose, because guess what? You can work for money. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you will never be happy. Number one. Number two is that you will always have to make more money. So, like, there isn't a day where you'll wake up and be like, oh wow, today I have enough money, then I can go do my purpose. It's never gonna happen. If you're hoping for a day like that, never gonna happen. Like a day where, you know what, you can wake up and say, I don't have debt. That's very much impossible. That is very much possible. But you wanting more money, that day is never gonna come, where you wake up and say, no, now I don't want more money. Because you know what, if that day can come, then the day of you going and staying in a mountain somewhere where there isn't anything that is ever gonna need money, then is possible. I mean, I've tried that several times. People who've known me probably for about 5-6 years, they know there was a time where I was just like, guys, can I have just like 2 years of going and sitting in the Himalayan mountain somewhere and just not have any contact with any human? Yeah, no, there was a time like that. And a long story short is because I was just running from being a healer, because I mean it looked too weird. Like, I didn't even understand what it meant. I didn't even know where to start. So I just wanted to tap out of this life. Like, I am not going to be this thing I don't understand. And all that I had heard about healers was just crappy. And I wasn't about to be that. And guess what? It was none of the stuff that I ever heard that healers are. I mean, all the stuff that healers do and see and have to do. I mean, if you are in South Africa, most of the time you hear that if you are a healer, you're supposed to go to Twasa, and Twasa is like a crappy place. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never been there. But we've been told all these horrible stories. So I was just not attending any of that drama. So I wanted really to just go and get lost and just never come back to normal life as I know it, because I wasn't about to be a healer. And I don't know what happened. But I finally warmed up to that idea. I think God is amazing, because I warmed up to the idea, and today, guess what? I am the happiest human in the planet. I have so many problems in my life, but I am the happiest person that has so many problems that I know. So yeah, like you can't beat me in terms of how many problems you have. Like we can sit down and compare our problems. Mine are better. Like I'm more. I have more. I know I've got more problems. Like you don't understand. If I can start telling you my problems, you'll be like, ah. But I know that also I am the most happiest person because wow, the work that I do gives me so much joy. So I was lucky because for me it wasn't even about money. When I had to take this route, it wasn't about money at that time. I'm saying I was lucky because of that. But there was a time where I had to choose between money and what I loved. And it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't, and I know, and I'm not saying if you are in that situation right now, it's wrong for you to choose anything else other than your calling, other than where God say you must go, and you choosing money. I'm not saying that's wrong. I know how that feels like. I had to do it one day. But what I'm saying is that after you made that decision, of course, you will still have problems in life. Of course, things will still be hard in your life, but you will be happy. You will have all the problems that you can have. You can like have so many you can't even count, but you'll be happy. And I think that is why we are here to experience life in all its fullness, to enjoy life with all that it has to offer. I mean, I'm no longer scared of problems. Really, I'm not. Specifically 2020 just showed me so many flames. In 2020, the only thing I said, God, you know what? If real money was a problem in life, I will never have any problems. But wow, can I trade my bank account for stuff? And that wasn't happening. I had to walk journeys, and that didn't even need R1. Totally didn't need any of my money. I couldn't buy any of that stuff away from me, and I had to walk it, like literally walk it. And you can't take a taxi or an Uber or your Mercedes Benz. So yeah, I want us to talk about that. I want to just give you a few things that you need to think about if you are caught up in that vibe. So one of the things is this: if your calling is what you wake up to do every day, I know that you will not sleep hungry. It will never happen. You might not have the best soft life you want at that time, but you're not going to be hungry. I have seen it in my life. I have seen it in thousands of my clients. You will not sleep hungry. It might happen that you look at your life and you're like, oh my God, this is the month where I'm going to sleep hungry. You won't. It might happen that you're like, oh my goodness, this is the month that I'm going to sleep outside. It's not going to happen. So I know for sure that you're not going to go hungry. You're not going to go without if you are in your calling, doing the things that God brought you to do. And I'm not saying you're going to be rich. I'm not saying you're going to be famous. I'm not saying you're going to be exempted from life drama, but you will be happy and you'll be taken care of. That's one thing. So that one thing I can promise you. So one day it happened that I was owing the bank 40 million rand and I lost everything. And from that day, I decided that, you know what, from this day onwards, I don't care about losing. I got over the thing of losing, of fearing losing stuff. And I knew that from this day on, I don't mind if I am to lose anything again or start afresh again in my life. I was ready to do it. And I said, you know what, if I have to go sleep under a bridge, I'll choose the nicest bridge in Pretoria to sleep under, and I'm fine with it. And it has never happened. Actually, I never lost anything after that because I really got over the fear of losing, which is one of the things that I teach in the Goddess program. That we have a Goddess program that you would like to join if you haven't, where I teach that you cannot be scared of losing. You cannot be scared of losing and be able to move forward. All the people who move forward are people who are no longer scared of losing, because the thing is that when moving forward happens to you, there is a risk of losing stuff. And most of the time you lose people, you lose friendships, you lose whatever you lose, but you have to let things down so that you can move on. So you cannot be saying, oh no, I want to move on, but I'm still holding on to these people, I'm still holding on to this thing. You can't then move on, then you just stay there. So I got out of that fear, and then I know for sure that you're not gonna get hungry. You're not going to sleep on an empty stomach. You might not have the best car in town. You might not have the best house, but you will not sleep hungry. So, I mean, you can choose. You'll be happy with your whatever you are eating, but you'll be eating. I know for sure. So that's number one. Number two is that you should never be scared of walking the journey. Some people are just scared of hearing the stories that, well, maybe the first thing is being hungry. You're scared because you hear people saying they're failing, this and this is happening to them. So you're just scared of being hungry. It's not that you are already hungry or you're already failing. You're just being scared of failing. And I mean, right now is time of Easter, and just before Jesus died, he went to have that 40 days in the wilderness. And while he was hungry there, the devil showed up and said, you know what, man, just say the word. I've got bread. The stones can become bread. Do it. Choose my methods. Do it fast. And guess what? Jesus right there, he was hungry. He has been there for a long time. He could have chose those stones. Don't do it. Don't be scared. He wasn't scared of being hungry. That's why the devil couldn't test him like that. You can't fight the hunger. You can go through the hunger when you're not scared of it. So do not be scared of losing. Do not be scared of what people will say when I don't have the car anymore. What people will say when I don't have this relationship. What people will say when I'm divorced. What people will say when I'm no longer a manager. What people will say when I don't have the house, when I'm no longer staying in this neighborhood. What people say. If you're scared of that, you might as well just give up. It's not gonna happen. You cannot be scared of hunger. Now, that is another thing. The third thing is this. You want to stop the mentality of lack and surviving another day. Now, this is what people do a lot. And I mean, we've been taught to live a life of survival. So you see a person today, they're doing ABC, tomorrow they're doing DFG, the next day they're doing KLM, the next day they're doing ZIQ, the next day they're doing a ZBR. And it's literally just one thing after the other because it keeps them surviving. They are on that survival mode. And you know what? It's not like they're not making money or they are not being okay. They are being okay, but then they just keep jumping from one thing to the next. They never hold on to anything for longer and keep the thing and understand the thing and do more of the thing and get better at the thing. They just keep jumping from one thing to the next because they are living in that mentality of one day per survivor mode. And I think, well, you will have everything in the planet, but you will never enjoy your life. Because you are on a surviving mode. You are on a lack mentality. You don't understand abundance. Abundance is peace, wealth, health. You know, those kind of people, if you can really sit them down, you will find out that they are so empty inside. But they do have money. You know, they have the car, they have the house, but they are so empty because they are surviving. They are on a survival mode. So do not think like that. Do not think survival. So when you're a job that you hate, you keep going there every day just because you must pay your car, because you must pay your house. It's survival mode because they just give you enough so you to pay these things and then that's it. So it could be a job, it could be a business, it could be whatever that you're doing. Do not be in a survival mode because you get stuck. You get stuck there and you keep just lacking a little bit less than last time. And it's not like your money is not growing up. It's not like you're not getting promoted at work and earning more. It's not like you're not getting more business deals if this is a business, but you're just on a survival mode. Nothing sticks with you. You cannot be saying, you know what, in the past 10 years I've been doing this one thing and it makes sense to me now. You know, I've known this thing for 10 years. And there was a time when I was like that. I was moving from one business to the next. I was getting more asset. I mean, I got to 40 million because I was moving from one business to one thing to the next. But I was in a survival mode. And guess what? It all came down, crumbling at 40 million rand, because survival mode is not abundance mode. It will catch up with you. I promise you, you can see somebody who's doing that now and it looks like they are fine, and you're even thinking of joining that queue and doing those crazy things. I've done all of this stuff, and I promise you, it does come back full circle. So if you are going to go with the survivor mode, you can't be in your calling, because your calling is not about survivor. There's a time in your calling where everything is dry, when it's just like you're walking in the desert and there's nothing that makes sense. But when you know you're in your calling, you keep on. You go through the lessons. Like I said, sometimes you can't even pay money. Well, not sometimes, all the times you can't pay money. You go through the lessons, you are being taught, you are being prepared. God is preparing you. God is teaching you how you're supposed to be in this gift. And then one day things start to go right, and then the next day things really go right, and then you finally like, I can breathe. So if you are in a survival mode, you're never gonna stick when you are in the desert mode. You're never gonna stick when you're going the valley shade, the shadow of death, and it feels like, oh my God, what have I done to myself? You're not gonna stick if you have that survival mode. So you're gonna gamble. You're gonna gamble and say, okay, fine, let me just go out for 5 minutes and then get some money. I'll come back to it. You've messed up everything. You have to go and start from scratch again. I mean, we all know those people who do that all the time. They can't keep up with it. They can't hold on to anything. They just keep having to, one foot in, one foot out. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And I'm not saying I'm charging you if you are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm not charging you. I'm just saying to you, I know where you are. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, done it so much. But I'm talking about this because I don't want you to feel like you are the only one going through it. I'm saying to you, I know I've been there. You need to just hold it on. You need to hold on. And it's all your mindset than anything else. It's you deciding, it's you choosing that, you know what, now I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it even if it kills me. Like, I have to get that committed, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this even if it totally kills me. Did it kill me? Oh, some days it felt like I was dying. Some days it really felt like I wasn't going to survive the next day. But guess what, it did happen that I came out of all those things, and I came up with a serious gift that I saw that, oh my God, this is what I've been trained for all this time. This is what I've been going through for. Okay, so make sure that you do not think surviving. Survival mode is a mode that is going to kill you. Survival mode is going to make you do funny things in life. Survival mode is never going to give you what you want. It's just going to help you survive today, and tomorrow you have to start all over again. It's something you don't want to be doing, because I mean, we get old. Like, we are getting up, like we are old now. We can't be playing games like that. Okay, so if you are to stop the gamble, so if you are to choose that you're definitely doing this, you're definitely following your calling, and of course, I mean, even that is a process of finding what your calling is, but it's an easy process. That one is quite easy, because most of the time your purpose, you're doing it every day, you're living with it, you see it every day, but it's just not aware, because you're trying to block it out, you're trying to not do it, but you're doing it every day. Most of the time, everybody, I promise you, 95% of people that I work with, that comes to me to get their purpose identified, they're already doing it. If they're not already doing it, it's in front of them on a daily basis. God is that good that He will not even put it under a carpet for you. To put it just in front of you, and it will be happening to you all the time. I mean, most all the coaches that I train in my coaching academy, they come through and they say, Busi, you know what, I think I might want to be a coach. I'm not sure if this is my calling. And when I ask them, the first question is that, do you normally find people telling you their problems without you even asking them? They're just finding you like the good person to tell their problems? Yeah, like it happens all the time, and I actually give them good advice and they actually go and implement it and they come back and they made more money than me. Like, why is this happening to me? Yeah, I mean, it happened since you were 11. It happened when you were 18. It happened when you were 25. It's happening today. People just know that you are the right person. They feel so easy talking to you. Of course, you have the gift. People see the gift before you see it. They see that aura before you see it. When you are a healer, like a coach and all that, people just feel that you are the right person for them to. It happens to me all the time. People just like me starting telling me all their stories. I don't even know you. We just met like in an event. I don't know you, but you find it just okay for you to tell me all your dark secrets. So normally, and then that person be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I've been coaching people all my life. Yeah, you have, but you've never took that serious because you were told that's not a normal thing. Like, you can't. No, that can't be your life. So I'm saying finding your purpose or finding your calling is the easiest thing in the planet because you're already doing it all the time. So that is not a problem. Taking the route, committing to the route, allowing yourself to be that thing is the most difficult thing. For me to allow myself to be a coach, it was so traumatic. For me to allow myself to be a healer, it was even way more traumatic because there I was even comparing what I was going through with what I had heard, and it wasn't making sense. And I'm so glad that I allowed myself to do it even when I'm feeling scared, when I'm not sure what was going on. I just like sort of went through and just did one thing at a time, like one day at a time type of thing, until just God showed me one thing and I did that and it worked, and then God showed me another thing, I did that, it worked, and another thing, literally just like that. And I think that was the thing that helped me because I didn't ask too many questions because I was just not understanding what was going on. But I actually just gave myself over and I said, it's fine, you can use me. It's not like I've got anything to do with my life. So it was just literally that. Use me because I literally don't have nothing else to do with my life. So if you say A, B, C, I'll do it. DC, I'll do it. Whatever that you say. And it was just literally like that. And it unfolded. I never saw the big picture before I started. It unfolded and I wasn't expecting to be an energy healer. I didn't even know what that was. And I just had to listen to one instruction after the other. God sent people that showed me what was happening. God sent messages from all sorts of different ways and people and Facebook posts and YouTube videos and all sorts of things, and they all came at the right time. And some of them I will doubt for some time, but then God will keep saying, go back and check it out, and I will go back, and then I will be like, but this is what is happening in my life. Then God will be like, yes, I sent this video to you, do this, and I will do it, and then it will make sense. And then look at me today. I'm literally initiating other healers on a daily basis. I can't even believe it. I mean, like I said, I never went to Twasa. I never did any of the stuff that I was told, that I knew that maybe I must do. And I never did any of that. It was literally guidance from the higher powers, literally guidance. And I was never even ready. I mean, I just thought I wasn't that kind of person. And, I was, but I mean, a different kind, which I had to accept. And I work with so many healers who have the same problems that I had. I mean, guess what? God, of course, will use me for them because we have the same problem. Healers who also don't have to go to Twasa, who doesn't have to do all this kind of stuff. And I'm just leading them, holding their hand like I got my hand holded by somebody who wasn't controlling me. people that God sent me, they don't control me. They don't tell me what to do. Of course, nobody can ever tell me what to do. Once you tell me what to do, you've messed up. I'm an Aries. It just doesn't work like that in my life. You don't tell me what to do. So people who came to me who didn't tell me what to do, people who just showed me the way. And I, at all times, had to just choose if I'm going or not. And sometimes I took longer. And then I got drama. And then I was like, oh my God, I missed it. Please forgive me. And other times I will walk quite quicker. Other times I will do way more than what I was asked to do, and things will go wrong, and I'll come back, But like I'm saying, it's a journey. It's a wonderful journey. You learn on a daily basis. But you have to allow yourself, you have to say, I'm ready to do this. I am no longer going to hold back. If it's a business, do it. If it's a consulting, do it. If it's a whatever, it's a sport, do it. You are not going to find yourself lacking when you're doing what God sent you to do here. And of course, there are so many other things that you're going to learn while you're doing that. I mean, one of those things that you're going to have to learn once you are in that calling, it's manifestations. Because once you are in your calling, God no longer has to push you to do stuff, but God just offers you all the things that you need. But then you have to sort of unlock them. You have to bring them into the physical plane, into your bank account, into your garage, into your sitting room, into your bedroom, whatever that you want. But then you have to learn manifestation. So that's one of the things that I had to learn. I had to learn how to manifest things. So you will have to learn to do that. Because you will have access to more, because you will be trusted with more people. So you need to have more money, you need to have more resources, you see, because people are looking up to you now. You are a leader, you are not a follower. You running your own business, you're running your own practice. You are a leader now. People are looking up to you to make things happen in their lives. So you will have more access to more things, but you will have to unlock that. So one of those things that you need to learn, I mean, like in the Goddess program, that's one of the things I teach there, how to manifest stuff. You need to understand that, because now you are no longer just waiting for a salary. You create the salary for not just yourself, a whole lot of other people, whatever number those that people are. But you are now at the creation mode. You are no longer expecting a salary. You're not waiting for one. You have to create one for yourself, one for so many other people. So you need to learn to manifest. Manifestation is just a process of you knowing how to unlock what God gave you. But God will make you accessible to so much more. God will deposit to you so much more. And it's not a salary. You don't wait for it. You go and take whatever that you need at that time. So that is one thing you need to learn. And again, the next thing you need to learn is definitely to connect with the higher self. Connect with angels. Connect with your guides. Connect with every being that is in your boardroom, in your heavenly team. You need to understand them so well. You need to know which door to knock on when things are whatever. And that is a process that I had to learn. Talking to your angels, you need to understand that properly, because now you're not just working with small stuff, you're working with a lot of things. You will get more, I wouldn't even call them attacks, but you will get more resistance in life. So you will have to go and ask for a 10 million capital or 10 million investment, or at any, something like that, something that big. And I mean, you will be asking it for on behalf of so many people, and you don't have a time to getting a no on those kind of things. And you also don't have time to go in and knocking in every door. You need to know exactly which door to knock to and how to knock at that door, what to offer as a value to that door, and knowing that you are in alignment with that door. So those are the things that you will have to have the responsibility of knowing how to do, how to talk to your angels. So again, in that same program, that's what I'm teaching, because those are the things that I had to learn. because then you're no longer functioning like a normal being, well, average person on the street that's just like trying to function on a day-to-day basis. You are creating a future, not just for your kids, not just for your lineage, but a future for your community, your country, your continent. So I mean, I have thousands and thousands of people all over the world that I do work with. And for me to be able to touch that many lives, I need to know what's up. I need to know what's up. It's not just like, oh no, today I wake up and yeah, I can just do this. No, you need to understand those things. So that is why I'm saying it's a journey. You need to learn those things. You need to take the responsibility of learning those things. You can't just function like a normal somebody that is surviving day-to-day life. People who are surviving day-to-day life, they don't have to know these things. Why should they know it? Because I mean, somebody's paying their salary, somebody is taking care of them, somebody's thinking for them. You are now at the position of thinking for so many people. So you will have to know those things. And I don't want to make this video much long. If you have more questions, please do send me an inbox on Instagram. Instagram inboxing is much easier for me. I'm gonna be able to see your inbox quickly. Send me an inbox on Instagram, or you can send me an email at my PA's email is pa@busiseleshow.com, just because my email, I never check it. I never get the chance really, like, unless it's a Saturday. So but if you have something that you want urgently, send my PA an email, pa@busiseleshow.com, or send me an Instagram inboxes. I see them all the time. That's the only thing that I see as an inbox. So if you need to talk to me, do that. And you can go to my website. There's so many courses that are available there that you can start to work on yourself with them. So that is busiseleshow.com. And if you are wanting to join the Goddess program, send it in my email, my PA an email, pa@busiseleshow.com. I'll also put it on this video on the description box. So I wanted to share with you just that, know that you can get your calling working with you, for you, by you. But it's not an easy journey. As much as it's not easy, it's the most exciting thing ever that you will ever do with your life. Like, you just don't even have, I don't have words to explain how much joy you will have with that. And you know, your problems will no longer overwhelm you. You will learn to be so much more. You will learn to be the powerful being that God created you to be. And you wouldn't be doing it for anybody. You will be doing it for yourself. You'll be experiencing life on that level that God wants you to experience life at. And you will no longer be scared. You will no longer be doubting yourself. You will know who you are and whom's you are. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. And make sure that you click on that subscribe button so that you can get the next video. Make sure you click on the like button, and the next video is gonna be up next week. Thank you so much. Have a lovely Easter weekend. Thank you. Bye.